Lisa's next task was to find a date. Lisa thought she would be able to woo the duck man of her choice. But before she had a chance to say hello, a beautiful white female duck appeared, shattered all her illusions. It turns out that Mr. Duck has a family. They looked very much in love. Lisa's heart was instantly broken. She had to put her feelings for Mr. Duck away in silence. That night, an uninvited guest sneaked into the bush. Soon the silence of the night was shattered by the sound of a miserable scream. It was a weasel that had attacked Mrs. Duck, the same one that attacked Lisa earlier. Mr. Duck, who was hunting for food in the river, went after her without a second thought. But it was not enough to change the fact that the duck had fallen into the wolf's mouth. And so Mr. Duck lost his wife. On the other hand, Lisa arrived at Mr. Duck's house at the sound of his voice. She gently plucked the feathers from the nest. Inside was an egg that hadn't hatched yet. Motherly, Lisa decided to stay and incubate the baby duck. A sad Mr. Duck saw Lisa hatching the egg in the nest. Mr. Duck didn't send Lisa away. He looked at the reed fluttering in the wind and pondered. But hatching eggs is much more difficult than you think. Lisa had to endure not only loneliness, but also hunger. But despite all this, Lisa never left the house. Late that night, there was a fierce fight in the distance. Mr. Duck had found a weasel out for food. The weasel hadn't got anything this time, but he's bound to come back. It was time to make a clean break. The next day, Mr. Duck brought some food to Lisa. He told her that the full moon would be the day when the ducklings would break out of their shells. But it was also the time when the weasel came out to feed. When the baby duck is born, must take him over the woods to the east to the wetlands, and that Lisa would make a great mother chicken. At this point Lisa had no idea what Mr. Duck's words meant.